Good evening to the family and friends of our graduating seniors. I am sure that you are rightfully proud of them. Having said that, I ask that you please be respectful of each student as his or her name is called, so that every graduate is properly honored. And now, please stand for the procession of the class of 2020, led by the faculty and staff of Brandywine High School and the school board of the Brandywine School District. please remain standing? Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we play our national anthem. Please be seated. I would like to now introduce the treasurer of the class of 2020, Callum Ragg.
Good evening, platform guests, members of the faculty, parents, families, friends, and classmates. I'm Callum Ragg, treasurer of the class of 2020. On behalf of my class, I would like to welcome you to the 61st annual commencement exercises of Brandywine High School. During the ceremony, a professional photographer will take an individual picture of each graduate receiving a diploma. We ask our guests to please stand in their seats during the entire graduation ceremony. We would appreciate you turning off your cell phones at this time so that everyone can enjoy the special occasion without distractions. We also ask that you respect each student as he or she receives a diploma, and ask that you maintain the dignity of this occasion in the Brandywine High School tradition. Thank you for your cooperation. And now I would like to introduce Ashley Rodney, Secretary of the Class of 2020.
Joining us this afternoon as our guests are introduced, I ask that they please stand, and I also ask that you please hold your applause until all of our honored guests have been introduced. Mr. Lincoln Howler, Superintendent of Brandywine School District. Members of the Board of Education, Mr. Rolf Ackerman, President. Mr. John Skrobach III, Vice President. Ms. Karen Gordon, Mr. Jason Heller, Reverend Shanika Perry, Ms. Kristen Pigeon, Dr. Debbie Zarek, Brandywine High School administrators. Oh, Mr. Jason Heller, my bad. Brandywine High School administrators. Mr. Keith Rolfe, principal. Mr. Brian Murphy, assistant principal. Mr. William O'Hanlon, assistant principal. Mr. Deani Lum, Dean of Students. Officers of the class of 2020, Zainab Qureshi, President. Natalie Ruggiero, Vice President, and Callum Ragg, Treasurer. Student Council President, Brianna Randolph, and finally our valedictorian, Eliana Baker. Now I would like to invite the principal of Brandywine High School, Mr. Keith Rolfe, to the podium.
Welcome. It is truly wonderful to be here with you as we celebrate the accomplishments of these young men and women assembled before us here tonight. On that first day of your senior year, I don't believe that any of us could have predicted that we would be here in late July. Well, here we are. Each year, as we come to this moment in life's journey, I search for the final bit of wisdom that I could share with you so as to give you something to rely on as you navigate the rest of your lives. I will leave you with these few but very important thoughts as you go out into the world. Graduates, always be willing to lend a hand to someone in need. The world that you inherit needs more of this. Remember that you don't have a choice in what life throws at you, as is evident, but you do have a choice in how you meet that challenge. Stop to reflect on your life every now and then. If you don't like what you see, then change it, for you are the masters of your destiny. Finally, your success in life is not measured with a dollar sign, but rather how rich you are in your ability to help others and contribute to the betterment of the world. In closing, I will say that I, along with all assembled here today, want you to know that we are very proud of you. You have handled the last 4 months. You can handle anything that life is going to throw at you. I wish you success in life and in all that you wish to do. Congratulations, Brandywine High School, class of 2020. Now I would like to introduce the Brandywine High School Student Council President, President Brianna Randolph.
Good evening. My name is Brianna Randolph. I was the Student Council President at Brandywine High School this school year. As I began to think about what I should say, I realized that I wanted to focus primarily on how strong the class of 2020 truly is and how much of an impact this community has had on who I am and who I will soon be. Throughout our high school career, every day, every week, every month, and every year, there has been a leap of faith, a challenge of fate, and a test of strength, but we made it. As a student representative who spoke on behalf of Brandywine students, I learned that fear is only a drive to do better than how you would have done without it. Throughout these past 4 years, I hope that you found your passion, your voice, and most importantly, your purpose. Thank you. And now I would like to bring Mr. Rolfe back to the podium.
And now, I would like to introduce the class of 2020 President, Zainab Qureshi.
To the class of 2020, 12 years of schooling, and we couldn't even have the typical end to our senior year that many of us wanted. We never got to take the field, track, or court one last time, and absolutely none of us could have guessed that March 13th, 2020 would be the end of our senior year. It would be the last time that each of us would sit in a high school classroom, the last time we heard Mrs. Winters stress about the AP exam coming up and how important the thesis is. The last time we listened to the morning announcements, we were told to have a great Bulldog Day. From freshman year to senior year, we were growing and having fun, all while making memories that would last us a lifetime. Although we lost a lot this year, I don't want to make this speech about all the things we lost, but about all the things we gained. From friends that will last a lifetime to knowledge that will follow us through life. To the class of 2020, as we go on, I want you to hold on and reflect at all the times you succeeded at Brandywine High School, from it being your first score on a team to you finally getting that A on a chemistry test. Remember these moments as we leave high school behind. If you're going to take anything away from my speech, let it be the point that, like COVID-19, don't let anything stand in the way of your hopes and dreams. Because who would have thought we would have actually been here today graduating? The class of 2020 is truly the class that makes the impossible possible. As we leave high school to embark on this next journey in life, I will leave you with the words of C.S. Lewis. There are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. I'm rooting for everyone here today because each of you has the determination and potential to achieve your goals and dreams. I'm honored to be the president for the class of 2020. Congratulations, seniors. We are official high school graduates. And now I would like to bring Mr. Roth back to the podium.
The status of class valedictorian is the highest honor that we bestow on a graduating senior. Valedictorians maintain at least a non-weighted grade point average of 4.0 during their 4 years of high school. As is our tradition, our valedictorian is asked to speak to us and share a few thoughts with the senior class. This year, that honor belongs to Eliana Baker.
Good evening, students, family, friends, and staff. I'm glad we are finally able to celebrate this accomplishment that we have worked so hard for. We've had to sacrifice graduating on time, prom, and many other end-of-the-year activities because of COVID-19. Our everyday lives have been flipped upside down, and daily routines have been greatly impacted. I have to admit that these weeks have blended together, and I've been feeling a lack of motivation, not to mention boredom. However, this has also been a time for me and many others to reflect on what is important. I transferred to Brandywine my junior year. The transition from a small school of about 30 students in my grade to Brandywine was definitely overwhelming and difficult. I could tell you exactly how many days of school we had left, and more than once I woke up dreading the day ahead. But day after day, I walked into school, hoping that this day would be better than the last. However, every day seemed to become more difficult. I eventually talked with my guidance counselor and began to go to the wellness center weekly. It helped me to realize that there are people who are willing to help you if you're struggling in any way. I eventually found a great group of friends that I know I will keep in touch with throughout my life. They were so welcoming, and I can't thank them enough for their support and friendship. So class of 2020, if you take anything away from what I've said, let it be this. Reach out. Don't wait to ask for help, comfort, or encouragement. Don't make the same mistake that I did and think that you can just push through on your own. I have found that when you have people that understand what you're going through, whether it be friends, teachers, coaches, or family members, they make a world of difference. Seek out those people in your life. Furthermore, I encourage you to reach out to others and be that person that they can talk to. Text a friend you haven't seen in a while. Ask your family if there's anything you can do to help. Be there for someone. In these times, we may feel separated, but don't let this make you think that you're alone. As we move on from high school, whatever your plans may be, despite the uncertainties, let's show love to those around us and support each other. Congratulations, class of 2020. I believe that this year has shown us that we are truly stronger together. Thank you. Now I'd like to ask Mr. Rolfe back to the podium.
Thank you, Eliana. I would like to take a moment to recognize a remarkable faculty member who has devoted much time and talents to the students of Brandywine High School. He has been selected by his peers to represent Brandywine High School as Teacher of the Year, and has recently been named Brandywine School District Teacher of the Year, Dr. Judson Wagner. Dr. Wagner, please stand. At this time, I would like each member of the Brandywine High School faculty and staff in attendance to please rise and be recognized for all that you have done for our students. And now, Mr. Holler, members of the Brandywine School District Board of Education, and guests. I hereby certify that the students assembled before you have successfully completed the requirements for a diploma from the state of Delaware. The Brandywine School District and Brandywine High School. The faculty and I present to you the 61st graduating class of Brandywine High School, the class of 2020. I would like to introduce Mr. Ralph Ackerman, President of the Brandywine School District Board of Education.
On behalf of the Brandywine School District Board of Education and the state of Delaware, I am happy to accept Brandywine High School class of 2020. Let's give these kids a big round of applause because they've been through a lot this year. And you give yourselves a round of applause too.
The awarding of the diplomas will now begin. Because we share your pride and excitement with respect to our students' accomplishments, we ask each one of you in the audience to please respect the ceremony so that it will have the prestige and dignity that it truly deserves. Reading the names of our graduates will be Mr. Bill O'Hanlon and Mr. Deani Lum.
Callum Ragg. Ashley Rodney. Hold on. Rajay, hang on. Brianna Randolph. Zainab Qureshi. Eliana Baker. Natalie Ruggiero. Rajay, keep your card. It's okay, it's okay. Rajay Brianna King. Oh, let me see your card. Walk up, go around. Colby Anderson. Nicholas Barton. Brianna Becker. Okay. Mariam Bertay. Nalani Borges. So you're gonna walk up to the center. I'm gonna say your name, okay? Evan Bourgeois, right? Evan Bourgeois. Here, what do you call? I'm gonna walk up to the center. Go ahead. I'm gonna say your name. Daniel Boyce. All right, hang tight. When he starts exiting, you go on up. I'm gonna say your name as soon as you get to the middle, okay? Go ahead, bud. Michael Brady. Jada. Jada Brookins. Go on up. You go. Kayla Brooks. Kwamir Brown. Rania Brown. Elijah Bryant. Xavier, one of them show up. As soon as he starts leaving, you go up, okay? Go ahead. So you're just going to go up there, pause for a second, okay? Xavier Buenaventura. Liza Burgoyne, right? Okay. Go ahead. Eliza Burgoyne. Aaron Clemens. Ashanti Collins. Go ahead. As soon as she starts leaving. Haley Crawford. Mia Crawford. John D'Ottaviano. When he starts going up, good. Ephraim Dandridge. Go ahead, come on up. Courtney Davis. Let me see your card, okay? Hang on, Cece. Sandrea Dawkins Ward. Natalie Taylor Cruz Vargas. All right, come on up. Go ahead, Cece. Natalie De La Cruz Vargas. Allison Devine. Go ahead, Tariq. Come on up. Tariq Diaz. Go on up. Moira Dinkins. Marquise Dorsey. Caitlin Eck. Caitlin Eck. Go on up, brother. Go on up. Corey Floyd. Carissa Foreman. James George. Amaya Gordy. Austin Grace. All right. As soon as she starts walking, go on up. Go on up. Austin Grace. So what do you want me to Eric Quinn, right? Go ahead up. Eric Gwynn. Quadir Harris. As soon as he starts walking, go on up, all right? Good. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Quadir Harris. Madi. All right, go on up, one. Madi Hay. Go on up, bud. Yeah, bud. Blake Hendricks. Quadir Hendricks. Go on up, bud. Quadair Henry. You sure? Taking off from?
Yeah, Sean Holloway. Oop. Here you go. Sean Holloway. Hostler, right? Yep. Okay. James Hostler. Gwendolyn Hubbard. Julia Hurst. Ariel Jefferson. Kayla Jackson. Kalia Jenkins. Anye Johnson. Caroline Coble. Quinn Coolis. Rayvon Lewis. Jade Ling. Jason Ludlow. Morgan Malaspino. Ramir Marks. Jose Marrero. Kevon Mason. How was it so close? Thomas Masato. Go ahead. Cassie Morgan. Kayla Nixon. Arthur Norris. Here you go, sweetheart. Thank you. Eliza Pigeon. Stop on the X and take your mask down so you can take the picture. Hussein Plummer. Aaliyah Ryder. Darshay Robinson. Edward Dean Rogers, Jr. Chloe Rogers. Leslie San Juan Perez. Aminata Senko. Jasmine Smith. Alexis Snyder. Charles Spence. Nazir Staten. Megan Stoklosa. Elena Stransky. Tiana Stribling. Jordan Stroh. Christina Tapia. Kevin Taylor. Destiny Tucker. Lauren Vandenbrack. Carlos Vasquez. I'm gonna try my best. Andrew Vergara Alcade. Anthony Votero. Tomeja Walker. Kevin Woodruff. Samantha Wukowitz. Amir Young.
I would now like to introduce the Vice President of the Class of 2020, Natalie Ruggiero.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We made it. 4 years really seems like a long time if you think about how unknowing we were starting off as little freshmen, reading Romeo and Juliet in Miss Young's class, or making Black Beatles videos. Throughout the years, we spent so many late nights going downstate to away games, or how many after-school meetings we've attended, or the countless amounts of times trying to finish all the math homework that we put off until the last day to turn it in. Shout out to the hood. All these experiences from high school made us into who we are right in front of you. Thank you to all the teachers, staff, and our friends and family for all the support and hard work you've put in to help us to get to this point. We seriously couldn't have done it without you. Class of 2020, once we leave here tonight, Brandywine High School will be a part of our past. So cherish these memories and make as many new ones while we still can. Hug your homies extra tight and go into this world knowing that we are the class that can withstand anything. Congratulations, graduates, and go Dogs. The podium to Mr. Roth.
Thank you, Natalie. Graduates, please rise. Please turn your tassels from right to left to signify that you are Brandywine High School graduates. Congratulations once again. At this time, everybody please stand for the playing of our alma mater. Parents, guests, and graduates, please join me in recognizing the dedication and hard work of the Brandywine School District Facilities Department in making the commencement ceremonies for all 3 district high schools possible for our students. Class of 2020 parents and guests, as we prepare to dismiss the graduates, all others, please remain in your seats until graduates have exited. Graduates, please report directly to your vehicles to meet your parents. On behalf of the entire Brandywine High School community, I congratulate you, class of 2020, and wish you all the best as you continue to pursue your dreams. And now, Mr. Murphy, please begin the recessional.